What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on F1 25 for the 2026 season. I nearly said F1 26. Hopefully that game is brilliant as F1 25 is in round number 1 in Australia. If you want to look away now, there is some spoilers for the driver markers as we do go into depth in that in this the pre-season video that was on the channel recently, and we also go through it in this video. So spoiler alert, look away and I'll tell you until you can look back. So there were some spoilers. I did warn you, but you can look back now if you were looking away. 10 rounds this season. I wanted to make it a little bit of a shorter season as my apologies. The 10 races normally bring out the competitiveness in the AI in terms of development. I mean, as you can see, Belgium to Monza, Imola to Austin, Austria. There's big gaps, and where I need to perform as the owner and the AI can show, it shows the competitiveness. So instead of going race to race, like 24, I probably will do 16 rounds next season. But as you can see, our two drivers that we signed was Oliver Bearman and Gabriel Bortoleto. And the two drivers we're hoping to sign for next season, I don't think it's going to happen, but worth a shot, is Hamilton and Alonso. But Gasly and Lawson are the Alpine squad. Aston Martin have stuck to their own ways. Haas has signed Paul Aaron. Kick has signed Pepe Martini, I think, for Kick Sauber. McLaren have gone with Mika Hakkinen and Cali Mayer. Mercedes have kept the same. Red Bull have signed Lando Norris. Ferrari have signed Oscar Piastri. Visa Cash Out Racing Bulls have signed Zach O'Sullivan. And Williams have set the standards the same. So realistically, increase the driver moves, and I'm very impressed, extremely impressed to be fair. The car looks amazing, in my opinion. If you want to drop some colour combos for season 3, I have got something in mind for season 3, so I'll keep that to myself. But it is inspired by the Williams. This is when Felipe Massa was driving. It's also inspired by BMW World Endurance Championship car. Of course, you can't get stuff without buying stuff, which is kind of cruel. We're kind of in the lower midfield, which is not ideal. But I think the one reason we're not like there is because I mean we had to develop a lot of things, and then we had an easier time getting ready for these regulations this season, and I think it will be a lot harder for next season because we'll have so many parts to develop. It's all going to be down to how fast I can get. But of course, as I've said, I'll say this before and I'll say it again, I voice over these videos, so whatever past me did, I kind of have to just go what past me's done. So of course, the air and powertrain got changed this season, and there wasn't a lot. So I'm kind of worried that next season, going into the season of 2027, there's going to be a lot more parts that we need to change, and it's going to affect us really bad. But for the personnel, these 3 upgrades I want to max, because if we get a rookie, I mean we've got 2 rookies now, but I want to make sure they develop like that. But yeah, go on to round number 1 in Australia, Albert Park. We're driving as Gabriel Bortoleto, but let's go on for qualifying. Let's go. You join us at the end of qualifying. A little bit of a longer video, so I can cut down the qualifying. The car feels so much better. I mean, go straight into qualifying. We're really, really fast. It's going to be a competitive P8 finish as we cross the line, but the car felt so much better. Definitely a step in the right direction. But of course, I'm expecting to perform, get some points this season. I think podium is out of the question, and I think we're either going to be 8, 9, 10, possibly P5 and below. I don't think we're going to get much points this season, just in terms of how competitive everything is. But I mean, I'm going to take this position. Oliver Bearman, not last, even better as well. Let's go for the grid for the Australian Grand Prix. Let's go.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit, 3.28 miles around, with the streets making for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 14 corners around the lake, with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Leclerc, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Mayer, Piastri, Bortoletto, Stroll, and Mika Hakkinen, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Carlos Sainz, and Ocon, Albon, Hadjar, Zach O'Sullivan, and Paul Aaron, Bearman, Lawson, Pepe Marti, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside... So as the formation lap gets underway here for the first time this season, each driver will be wanting to make an impactful start to their season by earning those crucial points and getting a confidence booster right from the off.
As you remember at the end of the formation lap, we are obviously on the mediums, as you saw there. And to be fair, I'm not going to expect much. I'm not going to expect a lot out of this race. If I can get a point to start us off, that's going to be perfect, because obviously we'll be somewhere in the championship fight. But 5 red lights, and the new season of 2026 is underway, and it's going to be an alright launch, better than the ones we had in season 1. But Mika Hakkinen is going to be on our right hand side, trying to dive on us in the first corner, but we shake him off, legitimately shake him off. But looking at Piastri now, going to make a nice move on Piastri, possibly Kimi Antonelli, a little bit of contact with his side pod, but we squeeze him out into that corner and we do make 6th position. Very good launch and very good start to our new season, and the 10 races that we've got this season. Callie Mayer, of course, I've got no way of judging how good she is. Well, same for Mika Hakkinen really, but I mean, she looks very competitive in that McLaren, so maybe she's going to be one that we don't see much, and to be fair, good challenge for the title, we shall see. But very good launch out of there. We just haven't got that flow of speed that we that I want. Going through the corners, we had so much less speed just by going down a couple of gears, so something maybe to work on, maybe rate reduction needs to come into play. But I mean, not to say much, but P2 is literally right there, not that far. But as we are on lap number 2, Callie Mayer is going side by side with Charles Leclerc, and a beautiful move from Callie Mayer. Have to cut the corner there, as carrying way too much speed in that corner. But Anthony's trying to challenge for us. Do try to shut one down the inside of Leclerc. That was a late move, misjudged my braking zone, and luckily no damage. Luckily no damage caused. But we're just chilling with Leclerc now, and he's going to hopefully maintain his DRS. I mean, Max Verstappen yet again, an absolute blinder of a start. I mean, he's already out of the DRS zone, probably on the way to victory. He's probably going to pull like an 18 thing gap. I don't. The tire. I mean, to be fair, the wear on the thing means that it's going to be contact yet again, and That's definitely a red flag. Definitely a red flag.
Safety
Yeah,
car,
it is.
no
Red flag
overtaking, reduce your
in
pace. Keep your delta number
in
positive as we
Bahrain,
form
and
up.
O'Sullivan gets a 5-second time penalty. We just watch this replay again. Um, just did not commit, no commitment on that move there, and of course Leclerc gets that right to the corner straight away. If I had carried on with my commitment, it would have been even better.
Back on track. Let's
But
make
we
the
go for the
best of this
second time
restart. Let's go.
in Australia. It's going to be 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. We get an awful reaction time off the line there, and Piastri's going to make up that position yet again. We're back where we started 5 laps ago. Back down the inside of Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, our old nemesis, the guy that made us red flag. We will go with it. We're going to
No tyre
chuck him down the
concerns at the
inside
moment,
where we
just
made that
focus on the
red
driving.
flag occur, and we're going to make that move stick, push him out for good measure, make sure we make that move work. Calimere and Antonelli going side by side, and it's going to be a beautiful tight move on Calimere. And to be fair, that was a beautiful move into turn number 5 or 6, I think it was. But I think I'm going to have to play the DRS game. We have to be dirty with the DRS. So we let Leclerc through, so we can gather DRS both times, of course. Probably need to save a little bit more ERS as we make the corner, but he is going to squeeze to the wall, and he does make us make contact with the wall, but we do make a lovely position off on Leclerc. To be fair, to get P5, you might literally just have to keep going backwards and forwards. But lap number 7 now, same tactic yet again, trying to not let Calimere through this time, but a little bit shaky coming down that corner there, and it looks like we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. If we do apply the DRS, it's a little bit of traffic there, but it looks like a V-carb. The V-carb's out of the race. Isaac Hadjar is out in the season opener, but we do make a lovely move on Leclerc, and it looks like Mayer is going to be trying to make a move on lap number 7 to 8. Tywell is beautiful, a lot better than last season, and we can say that for sure. We make Calimere go away, and we stick in P5. Beautiful, beautiful move. Just trying to make sure we get ERS back up, and realistically just playing the move again.
Caution.
Of course I did forget, but I didn't want it to be too risky with a yellow flag to overtake, as you're not meant to. So I'm going to have to hopefully survive, just go a little bit defensive, just a little bit too far back and covering the wall way too far. Break a little bit later than Cali. Maybe not that commitment in the McLaren just yet, of course. He's only 8 laps deep in the McLaren. Squeeze us to the wall, make her have that inside line. Not going to be the best line for me, but we do make it work. Coming to the end of lap number 8 of 15. But to be fair, the McLarens are super scary this season. They got rid of both their, well, I don't know if they got rid of both of their drivers, or their drivers got were signing agreements, or
the
teams that they're with now came to them, but they've lost arguably the best drivers on the grid, but they've now replaced them with an icon and a fictional character. I mean, to be fair, Calimere is not a real person, but very interesting, very interesting. I did say I didn't mind if Cali or Aiden came onto the grid. We haven't got Aiden Jackson just yet onto the grid, but I mean, I'm not fussed. I'm not going to go for icons anymore, or like non-fictional characters like Mayer and Jackson. Letting Mick Hackman through on the final lap of the Grand Prix. A little bit wide, this could risk us, but yeah, I'm not going to go for them type of people. I'm just going to go for the F1 drivers that are on the grid currently, all F2 drivers or F3 drivers. But Mika Hakkinen with no DRS. Of course, we'll have the lifeline of the other DRS. Max Verstappen wins the season over, but very close between the two Red Bulls as they went towards the line there. Russell's going to finish on the podium at the start, and to be fair, it looks like it's going to be a battle between Red Bull and Merc this season. But Mika Häkkinen he's not far behind. A little wiggle going into the final corner. Rig steps out. We've got a little bit of ERS left. He's got DRS, and it's going to be P5 for the opener.
And that's the end
I
of the
wasn't
race.
expecting
We'll see
much
you in
coming
Parc
into
Fermé.
this
Cheers,
race,
very
but
good.
that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant coming in. Mika Häkkinen, driver of the day, but I think we deserve driver of the day. That's points on the board.
The checkered
That is
flag is
points
out.
on the board.
We're going to be
But
hearing
Red Bull
that
does win
Dutch national anthem
the
again,
season opener with
because
Max
it's
Verstappen.
victory for Max
The guy's
Verstappen.
going for his 6th world title.
And
The
to get a
guy's going
victory
for
at the
his
first
6th
race
world
of the
title
season,
this
this
season.
might be a sign of things to
I think
come.
that's kind of
One
crazy
thing's
in
for
a way.
sure is that this
He's going for his
performance will
6th
be
world
giving
title.
the
And I've got to
team
say,
and
that
the driver
car,
relief and
my
confidence
car,
going
looks
into the rest
absolutely
of the
beautiful. It looks like an anomaly. It doesn't look the same as the other cars. It looks beautiful.
What a day
But
it's
as
been
Max
for
Verstappen approaches
Formula
the
One, and
podium,
what a day it's been
um,
for these
and
three
I'm not going to lie
drivers.
to you, that is an
Time for the
absolutely
podium
brilliant race.
celebrations.
The
Time
Red Bulls are
for
very
our drivers to
far
celebrate.
clear from everybody else.
But there can only be one on the top
But
step. Your
Lando
number
with
one,
his new team
Max Verstappen.
secures a 2nd place, literally very close to the win. Very close to the win. George Russell and Antonelli, I think if they didn't get caught with the first couple laps, I think they would have been absolutely challenging for
After an
P2
event like
or
that,
even
who
P1
knows
for
what
the
the
win.
sport has in
I mean,
store for us
Sainz,
next time
Albon,
out.
Gasly,
Be
all
sure to
with
join us
penalties
once
with that
again
red flag
as
with
we
collisions.
continue to bring you all the
So,
excitement of Formula One.
and Oliver Behrman up to P15. I mean, that could be with the red flag, but I mean, he's there. He is there. But standings, Max Verstappen leads. We're 5th, and we're 4th in the championship. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for round number 2 in Bahrain. See you then, and goodbye.